Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I kind of just want to make this video for fun because I was kind of bored, and I'm not going to be doing anything professional here, so no documentary or anything. I just wanted to kind of show you this guy, Kqwqii, because I kind of played a part in getting this guy banned from Hypixel. So this is just kind of like 5 years ago, back in the just having fun on Minecraft and stuff. And I was playing Sky Wars, and I uploaded this video, and it kind of got a lot of uh, backlash, I guess, because a lot of his fans were kind of doubting me. Because I said, well, this guy looks like he's cheating, kind of blatantly too. I mean, he kind of explains away a lot of stuff. You kind of see this a lot with closet cheaters. They usually explain things away, so then they'll say, well, I was getting this hit because of this mathematical reason. And you kind of notice how the legitimate players never really have to make these kind of explanations, I guess. I mean, I could be wrong about that. And by the way, if I am wrong about any of this, then please let me know, because I'm not putting a lot of effort into this. I just wanted to make it for fun. And so anyway, this is my video, and I uploaded it in February. So I think maybe when he started cheating was around then. He only started getting caught in like, I think March or April in 2017. So if you watch my video and you can kind of see that I'm recording. I'm doing the same thing that I'm doing here. I'm just kind of recording from my Windows recording, but you can see how he kind of like his head snap is really weird. So I don't know if he just has bad aim or if he's messing around. Which, if he's messing around, that's like a really weird thing to do. Like almost nobody does that. But I mean, if he does that, then whatever. But anyway, the hits are pretty suspicious, and you can see my aim is pretty bad. A lot of people like flame me for that, but that's just kind of silly. I mean, that has nothing to do with what's going wrong here or what I'm trying to show. Um, because my aim was bad at the time because my mouse was broken. I'm sorry. You know, was it 14-year-old me, maybe 13-year-old me didn't have a uh, Razer mouse and keyboard. I had a bad Logitech wireless, but anyway, you can kind of just see that his hits were kind of weird. It wasn't really enough to get him banned, and I think that's okay. I understand that. It was just really weird to see that happening, and so I uploaded this, and I was saying that he was cheating, and for some reason I was really confident about it at the time. I think now I wouldn't be. But I was actually right, because later on he was caught cheating, and I think that um, there was a couple instances where people showed that he was cheating in around April. This guy, Swaglord420, very nice name, was kind of showing. I think this. I have to get this in chronological order. Okay, so this was in April 4th. So on the 4th, he uploaded this video, and this is just kind of one of the. I think there was a lot of pieces of evidence, but this was just one of the few, and I don't know who's playing here, but pretty much he's getting some weird hits. So this is just kind of one of the pieces of evidence, just that this guy was cheating, and so you can see that he's like behind this block and getting a hit like that. Like, that's pretty sure you can't do that, but maybe you can explain that away. Maybe it'd be like a childish or something. Well, technically, because of this mathematical reason, like make some random stuff up and seem smart, and then maybe you might convince your viewers or something that you're not cheating. But anyway, I think just intuitively you can kind of see that that's probably not legitimate. There was another instance where this guy kind of used math to explain that he was cheating, and I'm not really going to go through the whole thing. If you want to watch these videos, I'll leave it in the description, but he might have been cheating, in modes outside of ranked, which is kind of sad, because you don't really gain anything from cheating in other modes. Um, in ranked, I understand why you would cheat because there was a lot of cheaters in ranked, and it's like the only way to climb the leaderboard, uh, unless you wanted to just spend 8 hours, 9 hours a day trying to get there, and having a hard time. That I'm kind of sympathetic to that, so I'm not trying to say that all cheaters are stupid or bad or anything. But anyway, he then was kind of caught cheating, I think. And after that, he was caught. He made a video, an apology video, something like "I'm sorry" or something. And he was kind of cheating in the video too. So that's kind of funny. It's like you apologize for something, you're making an apology, and you're cheating in the apology. Uh, I'm not 100% sure that he was cheating, but it seemed like it was. He was. So you can kind of tell. The skier, I'll just mute him here because my commentary is going to be better than his. Uh, you can see that he made a video here, and this is just one of the hits that he got in the video that were suspicious. I think there were other ones too, but this is just one of them. So he started his hit like right about here. Okay, so you can see how far that is from the dude's hitbox. His hitbox is going to be like this pretty much, or maybe a little bit wider than that on the other side, but it's probably going to end like at the most maybe here or something. It's not going to end here. I'm going to be real with you. And he lands the hit here. So he begins his hit like here. You can see the massive distance. And so this is pretty much not possible unless you're cheating, I think. You can maybe make some excuse for that, but I don't think there is one. And you can see Skier kind of demonstrated that this can't really be done. And he was on multiplayer, so he wasn't on single player. He was testing this with some other dude, Technoblade __. But yeah, you can see it's not working because the hitbox is pretty much only covering. It only extends a little bit outside of the player model. Anyway, so he was caught for that, I think, and he got permabanned and stat wiped and everything. And now he's asking for an unban, which I just kind of want to cover this because I think it's kind of funny, or interesting at least. So, and you can see that he got stat banned here. So this is his account, and his stats are gone, and he hasn't logged in since 2017 in June, the June 19th, so that I'm assuming that's when he got banned. He did say that he was online when he got banned, so that was the day. So it took a while. There's a lot of evidence that needed to be addressed, and he was cheating for a long time, I think. So he says that he only cheated for a little bit of time, but I'm not sure how likely that is because of the time that he got caught and the time that he got banned was a pretty big time frame. The time that I made my video as well. Anyway, you can just see the stats are gone. And so I think that he made a twit longer here, and he said, he kind of gave his IGN. I don't know, I think I know why, but whatever. He gave a link to subscribe to his YouTube channel, which is pretty funny because of something that I'm going to bring up in just a minute here. He says season 3 is a season I got masters legitimately. You can see my reading skills in this video. This is just kind of a claim. He's not really giving any backup for it. We don't really know if he did get masters legitimately at all. I mean, not really much reason to think he's lying here. Well, there is kind of a reason because he is kind of a liar a lot of the time. He lied about not cheating for months, so he is kind of a liar. So I don't know. He says I had dozens of VODs. So well, maybe he does back it up. Posted me of streaming for hours while grinding rank skywars using 5sig. Every fight was recorded. Now, when he says this, I just want to kind of clarify or make it clear that even if you record yourself playing the game, that's not showing that you're not cheating, because you can easily cheat with 5sig as long as you inject any Ghost client in there, you can stream and get away with it. I think I could be completely wrong about this, but I think people like Childish did this. They were just random people who, made a sudden rise on the Skywars leaderboard, and I fought Childish before. He was pretty bad at the game for me. Maybe you could just say, well, he wasn't trying or whatever, but just people that just randomly rise on the leaderboards kind of do the same thing. They record themselves playing, but it doesn't really make a difference because you can still cheat with a Ghost client, and Ghost clients is what all these people are using. So, I mean, it's not really proof that you weren't cheating, but, okay. So, I was an inexperienced Skywars player that relied exclusively on my PvP attitude and intelligence. After achieving my masters, I began slightly cheating as the blatant hackers had ramped up in the following season, Season 4, with the release of Ghost clients. I'm not sure if Ghost clients released in Season 4, but maybe that's when they were starting to get popularized on Hypixel. He says, I decided to follow the crowd and make grinding easier. Let me tell you, it was effortless. I later reached #1 on my main account, and top 10 on countless others, triggering extreme suspicion, which I dismissed as reg edit, not a bannable offense. Now, I'm not sure if reg edit is a bannable offense. I don't even know what you can do with reg edit. If you don't know what reg edit is, it's kind of like a Windows software where you can edit your registry files. I'm not too much of a computer nerd, so I can't explain it in great detail, but I think that these files have to do with your operating system, and applications can kind of change how your applications work a little bit, but that's all really. Which I think that editing your Minecraft should be a bannable offense regardless, as long as it gives you any kind of advantage. So editing your regedit, because nobody else does that, is probably should be a bannable offense, even if it wasn't. But yeah, he says he started cheating in Season 4, and then he says, toward the end of Season 4, I posted a video on YouTube to sell my regedit to make a profit. Now this is where I was thinking that he might be a scammer, because I think he was cheating in Season 4. He admits here that he was cheating, and he dismissed it as regedit. And then he starts selling his regedit because maybe he's starting to mislead people and make them think that, well, if I use this regedit, I'm going to be good at the game. This is kind of like a borderline scamming, I think. But, if you think I'm wrong, then please tell me why. So this was the sole cause of my ban and stats wipe, as although I had been closet cheating in Season 4, I was banned for encouraging rule breaking. He was using hitboxes because his aim is bad, and you can kind of see that in some of his videos. His aim is not very good. Yet he is saying he's the best Skywars player. So that's kind of unfortunate. But I was banned for encouraging rule breaking, regedit. This is kind of an inconsistency in what he's saying, because regedit he's saying is a rule breaker, but earlier he says that it's not a rule breaker. But whatever. The evidence for me cheating was minimal and inconclusive, so they were desperate to find an alternate method of wiping me, as I'd stirred up the entire Skywars community. The admins had been stalking me throughout my ranked games, but could not detect nor find any cheats. I think that could be debatable, because there was a decent amount of evidence coming out. Like this, I think is, good evidence. You can try to explain it away if you want to, but I don't think anybody else has gotten hits like this. You watch, hours and hours and hours of legitimate players' gameplay. You're not going to see anything like that. Most likely, anyway. If you can, then please show me. This is inconclusive, I would agree. This is not too inconclusive. I think that this is pretty decent evidence. You don't get hits like that. I think that's pretty clear. Like, I think his eyes would be almost behind the block entirely. He shouldn't be able to get a hit like that. And he did hit people through blocks, by the way, in his apology video, if I recall correctly. So, or in some of his videos, I think. And there is this video of him getting a weird hit from the high ground that he probably shouldn't have gotten. So it's not like the evidence is wholly inconclusive. Maybe it's inconclusive for a permanent ban, but not really to say that he definitely wasn't cheating, or that we can't say that without confidence, any confidence, that he was cheating. Anyway, without cheats, I was the best Skywars player in Hypixel. Then I achieved Masters in Ranked Skywars in Season 3 legitimately. With cheats, I was untouchable. In the years leading up to Ranked Skywars being released, I dominated MCSG, Bad Lion. Okay, I think I can doubt. Well, he's not a good player. he is kind of exaggerating how good he is, but if you watch his videos, he's not that good. His aim is kind of not bad, or not good, and which is why he had to use hitboxes, which I don't know why he had to use hitboxes in Minecraft. It's really easy to aim in Minecraft. That's kind of embarrassing, but you know, just believe him. You know, he's the best player. Bad Lion. So he played against Kqwqii, ex Nestorio, and Dante. This random dude being better than Dante, I think, is very unlikely, because just kind of emphasize Dante is a guy that played Bad Lion a lot, and he was, I think, one of the top players. And he was able to get to the Overwatch League by just having a Minecraft background. I think I could be wrong about that, but that's kind of how talented he was. He got to the Overwatch League pretty quickly. So anyway, he said that I dominated Hypixel UHC. Furthermore, I achieved all this on my bad gaming laptop, capped at 75 FPS. 75 FPS is not very low, but okay. I was playing, on a 60 FPS monitor personally, and I was beating Masters Skywars players. I don't think that you really need to bring that out. Or maybe that was after I got my 144 hertz. I could be wrong about that, honestly. You shouldn't. I don't have a great memory, so I might take that back. But anyway, after being stats wiped, I sold texture packs, and the hack client I used to hundreds of individuals out of spite. This was intended to double down on the rule-breaking encouragement ban and wipe, which I felt was a false ban. At the time, I was applying for college, and soon I needed the money. I knew I needed the money. Although I made thousands of dollars, in hindsight it was a mistake, and it officially ended my Minecraft career. To this day, I firmly believe I should be unbanned and unwiped, as using minimal cheats in one season should not result in a complete wipe without previous infractions, but unfortunately my notorious persona caught up with me. Again, this is kind of where his twit longer is contradictory. He says, I should be unbanned because all I did was use minimal cheats, even though he knows that what he got banned for was not using minimal cheats. He got a 2-week ban for using blacklisted modifications. After that, he started selling his Minecraft cheats to other people, and that's when he got permabanned and stat wiped, because he deserved it. He should not sell cheats. I personally think that it's okay if you cheat a couple times. I'm sympathetic to that. I'm not sympathetic to selling cheats to other people, though. And selling texture packs, that's pretty low, I would say. I mean, it's not super low, it's just, because you do have to spend a lot of time making them, but, who knows if he was really making them and they weren't just mashup packs, because that's what most of the texture packs were back then. But anyway, he sold his hack client. It's pretty straightforward, and that's what he got banned for, even though he says here, well, I should be unbanned because all I did was cheat in one season. It's not even clear that he was only cheating in one season. He might have been cheating in multiple, but whatever you want to say. Also, I think that his numbers are wrong, because he's saying season 3 he got Masters, or season 4 he was when the controversy started, and I don't think it was in season 4. I think it was more in like season 14 or something. So maybe that might be an honest mistake. But it was after the ranked rework. So anyway, just kind of what I thought was funny recently is that, first of all, I think his twit longer is kind of not convincing. I don't think it's convincing at all. Personal advice. You shouldn't just list all the bad things you did and then say, well, please unban me. You didn't give any reason to unban you. And, well, you did, but your reason is not good. So you say, I should be unbanned because using minimal cheats. Again, you didn't get banned for using minimal cheats in one season. Even if that's all you did, which I don't know about that really. And it doesn't really matter how many cheats you use. Using a little bit of cheats is the same as bunny hopping. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter how much you're cheating. Any amount is enough to make you guilty. So I was saying using minimal cheats is worse because you get away for it for a longer amount of time, versus if you're bunny hopping, then you're just obvious and they'll deal with you quickly. So, nice try with your vocabulary. But anyway, so yeah, he didn't get banned for that. He got banned for, I keep saying this over and over again, but it's just he didn't really give any reason to unban him himself. So he's not going to convince anybody with that. If you want proof that this is his account, and in his description here, you can see his Twitter right here, his username, then PvP. And this is his Twitter. This is the twit longer. I'm looking at this on archive.org in case he deletes this. I think somebody actually archived his Twitter page before I did, so big W. But anyway, this is his link to the twit longer, and this is the link here. So anyhow, the only other thing I wanted to show you was that this guy uploaded himself ban evading. So if you look at his YouTube channel and you go to his videos, pretty much, you can see he's got a lot of videos after 2017. So in around 2020, I'm just going to be focusing on the I'm Back BSG montage, Hypixel Blitz Survival Games. This is where he is, I don't know if he's cheating in the video, I didn't analyze it, don't really care if he is, but he is ban evading. You can see his aim is not that great. I mean, he just randomly kind of flicks down here, but that's whatever. So you can see his username, Kqwqii, and you can see that this is in 2020, so you can see the date here, and it's on Hypixel. So you could deny this and kind of backpedal if you wanted to, but I'm not lying to you. I mean, he could make up whatever he wants to explain it away, but he didn't deny it when I called him out on his twit longer, so pretty sure that this is real. That was his username though, right here. It's orange, so he's not nicked or anything. He's not disguised. You can see right there. And so this was his account that got banned and stat wiped. You can see that here. His account, name, stat wiped, permabanned, hasn't logged in for 5 years. Then that's the username on his banned account. You can see that. Okay, this is his new account, Kqwqii369. This is his account and name in the video, and nobody else has this name, by the way. So this is his account. Pretty sure there's only one result, and this is it. So it's pretty much proof that it's not the same account and that this one is not banned on Plank, and I think he's probably still ban evading. I don't know if I can. Yeah, so he's he's kind of making it obvious. It doesn't show his last login, unfortunately, but oh well. But that's his first login, 2020. It's pretty clear that he is ban evading. So there you go. And he uploaded himself doing this, so that it's just kind of funny. I don't know. Anyway, so now he's just kind of like fighting with people on Twitter. Uh, he said, I kind of said like, this is worse than somebody who cheated 3 times for Watchdog, and even though that's what he claimed he got banned for at the very end of his Twitlonger, even though he claimed earlier that it wasn't that. I said since he's in college at the time, which I just kind of want to emphasize on that, he was in college. So he wasn't any, 13, 14-year-old guy or anything. This guy was a grown man cheating in a kid's game and lying to people about his cheats, explaining things away. He's kind of like childish again, where it's just obvious that he's cheating. You can kind of just tell, not really even from evidence, you just know that he's cheating because random people don't make random rises on the leaderboard typically, and especially people who have never played Hypixel Skywars before. Not saying that that's what Kqwqii was, but people like Childish never played Hypixel Skywars before playing ranked. He was bad at the game, just sudden rise, and his reason is I'm from the pop PvP community. Like this is like the worst, the worst defense you can have. But anyway, he says scamming how. I'll just pause this GIF. I called him out for scamming. Maybe that was a little bit too ambitious, but I just said that because he was selling his non-existent reg edit that he said he explained away his cheating for. So at best, even if he did have a reg edit, he was kind of misleading people with that, so it is at least a borderline scam, I think, because his reg edit was not helping him. It was the cheats that were helping him. So then he says, how is it far worse? If I didn't make YouTube content, I wouldn't have been banned. And I said, it's far worse because you're contributing to the overall growth in cheaters. And he also says, growing the cheater player base would have gotten here regardless. This is the same kind of justification that maybe like drug dealers will use when they're selling, for example, I give an example, cocaine. I don't know if I'll get demonetized for that, but I don't monetize my videos anyway. But yeah, so this is the same kind of justification that criminals use to justify their acts. Well, people would be doing this anyway, so therefore I'm not guilty. It's just kind of I don't know if this is like special pleading or what, but anyway, that's what he says. I started cheating myself because season 4 was QIDS. I think I know what he's saying there, but censoring it for some reason. Which, I'm sympathetic to that again, cheating in ranked Skywars. But once you start selling your stuff and start doing all this other stuff and start ban evading and making YouTube videos about your ban evasions, then it's not really as forgivable in my opinion, because you're not really being subtle about it either. Like if he was like secretly ban evading, I wouldn't really be mad at him for that, but he was kind of like flexing on people. Hey guys, look, I'm ban evading, on his YouTube channel. But anyway, I just kind of replied to this, but he hasn't given his response, so that's cool. He says, not sure what college has to do with it. I'm not even 25. I'm about to retire. I don't know what he's retiring from at 25, but whatever. Maybe from college or something. But I was just saying that because he was in college at the time, the chances of him growing away from that is pretty low. I personally cheated on Hypixel around the time that I uploaded this video. I wasn't cheating at this time though. I got my 1500, 1400 elo legitimately, but actually this might be in season 4, so he might be right, because this might have been when there were safe zones. I could have been wrong about that, so sorry if I was. But anyway, I was playing legitimately here, but I think it was when they did the rework that I started cheating, and I got banned, actually perm banned around the same time that this guy did, so that's kind of funny. But I got unbanned because I was genuinely sorry for what I did. I didn't make a twit longer about how I'm suddenly not guilty anymore, and how I didn't make a contradictory twit longer with a bad arguments. I just genuinely gave how I felt about the ban and why I feel that I should no longer be banned, and I convinced the admin to unban me, but I don't feel that this is the same because I was 14 years old when I cheated, and I was about, I think, 17 or 18 when I made the appeal to be unbanned. But anyway, my point is just that the chances of him getting better, that, you know, cheating as a grown man in a kid's game, I don't think that you would really grow from that. Maybe he wouldn't cheat anymore, but he's still kind of just, you know, the same kind of personality that's kind of, you know, I just don't really want to deal with it, I guess. Probably break some other rules, maybe, I don't really know. But that's just my point here. Is the chance of him growing past his attitude is pretty low. So I don't think that he should be a bit unbanned, because I do think that you should remain banned for your attitude, not really for what you did. That's kind of how I view it. And I don't think he's changed at all. So just want to make this video. I think I'm pretty much done here. Sorry if I took a long time with it, but I thought it'd be fun to do. So anyway, this guy's back, and he's just kind of debating people on Twitter. He kind of debated me a little bit, but he deleted all his replies because I think I won. So, because we were just talking about, you know, that he's not the best player for beating Technoblade, because that's kind of a bad evidence of your being the best player, I was just saying. So anyway, that's all I really want to show you. So hope you enjoyed the video at least a little bit. Sorry for the unprofessional nature of it, but just thought it'd be fun to do. So alright, see ya.